Welcome to hole number 1 of the City Outskirts tournament. This first hole here, I'm playing with an extra mile and a Titan ball. Depending on the wind, I will step up to a Power 5 ball, basically whatever it takes to get it on this island, over the water, at least clip that rough and roll out onto the fairway. If you are on just the front edge of the green, you see I've got 3 top and about a bar and a half of right spin here. If you're just on the front edge of the green, the putt can be a little bit dicey, so I would actually recommend leaving it short if you're not able to, roll it halfway out onto the green, because it's a big, large green surface. This one is it's a fun hole. I love this one. Namahe Cliffs, classic golf clash situation right here. So I'm using like about 50% overpower, and this one is just, wind dependent, right? Wind, club, ball. You just kind of have to work it out, but we're just going to bounce. Now, I did not hit that rough, but we still, as you can see, got a long way to travel, leaving it in a very reasonable place for a putt. And hey, if you need to use the end bringer, it's going to be all right. Hole number 2, and we find ourselves on the Oasis course. I like this hole. You can play to the left. It's very popular. I'm going to show you how to play here from the right-hand side. Max top, max left spin here with a Titan and an extra mile. That's 4.5 top, 2 left. Adjusting the drive here with 10% max. And as you can see, we are going to be applying some overpower. How do you guys think about the format of this tournament? How do you feel? Do you think it's a good play having this many par 4s? Let me know. Leave a comment. I definitely appreciate it. Just about half to 3/4 or even max OP here. About a half a ball of left curl. We bounce. We hit that second fairway on the second bounce, and rolling it out here very nicely leaves us in range for that short iron. Now, you may be closer to max if you have a shorter drive. It all depends. Check it out. But I'm playing here roughly maybe 60%, but you have to check that slider. So 2 bars of topspin, not quite enough. I've actually got 4 bars of topspin indicated in my notes. If you've got tailwind here, that 2 to 3 might just be enough. And of course, if you've got a higher level hornet, or you can play your endbringer, or whatever, or your thorn, excuse me, whatever you happen to have, I just want you to see that it doesn't always have to be the left side on here on hole number 2. You can certainly get it done. Boom. Come on. Oh, giving it the patience. Let's hit perfect. Let's go. That's the way to do it. I hope you do too. And hey, if you do so, you might just get it in the hole. Hole number 3, welcome to Sharuba Springs. I'm coming in on the left-hand side here with my extra mile and whatever ball you've got. A Marlin, it does just fine. 4.5 top, 1 bar of left spin. If you've got more left spin, there's certainly an argument to be made after you see the outcome of this shot for using a little bit more. Perhaps you just want to stick with this ball or something similar. You could definitely use a little bit of left curl here. Just keep that in mind. I do use a little bit of overpower because there's a light pole, a light post, or what have you, and you want to make sure that you're either well before it or well after it. And this is why I might have used a touch of left curl. However, sits nicely, plays from the fairway, 350 yards. Anyway, if you block yourself, then you're going to be in trouble. I decide here to play with the min sniper because of this headwind, so that we could play from a pure min distance. As you can see, you could choose pretty much whatever approach you desire, but playing it on the left-hand side, what it does is it gives us a nice, safe, easy way to play the hole. I will show you hole 3 in another method so you can see the rough bump play on the right-hand side, which is quite popular, with myself and many players, but it can be pretty wind dependent, and I just think it's reasonable here to play it on the left. So keep that in mind. Play the game how you like to play, and if you like playing this game, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll always be playing some Golf Clash around here. So just about, but gives us a very nice look. Okay, so I do feel that most players will likely give the right-hand side play here a chance. Quarterback on the right with the Quasar. I'm going to play here with 1.5 bars of top spin, 2 bars of right spin. The thing is, I'm trying to get in range for my long iron. Goliath is actually going to work very nicely here so that I can be as close to max distance as possible. So using about a 1/4 ball of right curl here, or middle of that wall, however you want to look at it, it's all good to me. And 1-to-1 on the adjustment there, just to get this one right where we want it to be. So beautiful play if that's the way you want to come at it. I hate this old footage. It's a little choppy, but hey, it's a decent way to play. And I haven't played this one all that much. So there we go. You can see we're right between, but once again, we leave ourselves with the long iron so that we can make an adjustment. You might just want to play this with the sniper as well. That is absolutely fine, depending on the level of your clubs, skill level. That's what it's all about. So just about 3.5 top here. I'm going to see 4 there. But after analyzing this shot, I don't think we're going to need quite as much topspin. But this is generally the play on the right-hand side. Clean little pull. I like the old Christmas decorations. But hey, I hope when we play this in the city outskirts that it's all dried up and nice and warm, and we can just see Sharuba from, you know, at least a fall perspective. That would be cool. So just about, come on now, you can see it's a little bit warm. That's why we take off a little bit of topspin. Hole number 4, we're back on the beach here. Now, as you can see right down the middle, if you want to bring a little bit bigger ball, and especially if you've got like EM6 plus, you want to have enough left curl there. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself in trouble. It's really more of like an EM8 safe kind of play, but if you've got perfect tailwind, we might have a chance to get up there. And especially if you've got a topspin boost ball, lots of options, but I'm playing on the left-hand side. Safe and sound, 2 top, 2 right, half a ball of right curl at 10% max. This one plays very nicely, done it many times with success. And you don't want to go too far left there. You could roll off this fairway if you're a bit aggressive, but this will leave us for a nice, clean sniper play. Now, this is not the easiest shot to make. Ever since they've changed this course, it's been, you know, a little bit dicey. However, 2 to 3 bars of backspin here, 0% max. I found 10% was just over adjusting each time. Probably, you know, jumping over that bunker is having a little bit more effect on the ball, giving it some more hang time. So, and nonetheless, I think the course is looking beautiful, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun to play this one live. So perfect is the plan each and every time. Yes, you can. Cleanly in, bouncing over. This is where just a bit more backspin, but yeah. Ooh, ooh. We'll get this one. We'll get this eagle when it counts. It's a tough one. Hole number 5, we're playing what I think will be like the community favorite hole. In fact, you're going to see footage of people dropping this shot, I guarantee. We play max top, 1 right spin after I fuss around here a little bit. That's max top, 1 right. I'm going to make the adjustment here at 10% max. So there you are. There's the right spin. Yeah, just about there. That red ring was very close to the right rough at max extension, but if you have a different level club, the ring references will be different. So we make our pull 10% max. I'm going to turn that camera. I used to turn it this way. Nowadays, I turn it around the other way. Push it to max, all the same. And then depending on the wind, 50 to 100% max overpower here. All depends. If you can hit that perfect, it gives you a really, really good look at this shot. I think this one is going to be so much fun. And, you know, of course, more difficult in headwind, but many will still try. And, you know, some will make it. Come on, baby. Pito. Just about. Good luck. Hole number 6. This one is traditionally a send it hole on the right-hand side if you've got big clubs. It's pretty easy to figure that one out. Max top, max left, max overpower, max left curl. But like an EM 5 or 6, you're not going to have enough to get it done. So I lay it up here with a quarterback and a katana. We got a nice play right down the middle. So I'm going to, like I said, 4 back, 1.5 right, adjusting just 1 to 1 with that katana. And just trying to lay it up here just to the second strip of fairway. So first fairway, rolling it up. We're just going to leave that ball beautifully up here and behind this bush, which does not factor into the play and not going to be a big deal at all. Second shot, playing at a 25% max, and I actually play 1 bar of right spin. I know you can see the old side spin values, 1 bar of right spin. Setting it up here just with the tip of the ball guide directly to the pin. And of course, this rough bump, I know it's not for everyone, but it's a nice big patch there. So if you're not interested on trying to send it, depending on who you are, I know my friend David will definitely be sending it. That's for sure. So let's go, Shinobi. Come on, baby. But otherwise, for the rest of us, I think this rough bump is going to be a very favorable way to get through this second Sharuba shot here. So bounce, roll, get in the hole. Beautiful. I'll see you on number 7. Hole number 7, and I think this one could be a real difference maker for us. I've got the top of that red ring touching the rough, 4.5 bars of topspin here with the EM and the Titan ball. All I want to do here is get this one nicely down that second fairway. Nothing crazy, so no overpower, no curl, not unless you absolutely have to, depending on the wind. But this isn't the nicest wind. It's not the best wind. It's kind of in the middle. Second shot, you'll notice that I've got that Viper selected. That is by design. If you've got a sniper, even sniper 10, depending on your drive, might not be long enough to pull off this shot. So keep that in mind. I'm using this for the distance, and we don't need a very long ball guide, so it'll work out pretty darn good. So I've got 0.1 bars of top spin here. Top of the red ring at the top of the rough is where we're going to end up. I'm a little bit too far up right now, so keep that in mind. I don't need that backspin either. It's just trying to feel it out and find where I can get that roll out. And I notice here that having that bounce, that last bounce right on the green like that, and there, I find it. There, that's the ball guide you're looking for. Now notice where the top of that red ring is, and I just find that little tick of top spin. Bada bing, we're looking at beautifully at the pin. So 10% max here with the Viper, and luckily pulling it back those few yards does give us the room that we need to adjust. A little bit of time on the clock, but it should be more than enough time for you to hit that thumbs up button before we drop this shot. Come on, baby, bounce, roll beautifully at the pin. I'll see you on the next one. Hole number 8, you can play this one from the left or the right. It's absolutely acceptable, but I find coming in from the left-hand side has worked out pretty much the best for me. I go 4.5 top, 2 bars of left spin here with the extra mile and a quasar. Set it up with a half that red ring you can see at the left rough there, and I think I'm going to push this one up a little bit. All the way up, right back to max, no big deal. So no need to use any overpower there. That push-up helps us get quite a bit more distance in a safe way, which is why you'll see me do it so often. So clean, a little bump and a roll. You might need to use some left curl sometimes, but this is absolutely beautiful to be here on the right-hand side of the fairway. Second shot, I'm coming at it with a long iron, and you can see how well uphill this is. Negative 20%. And as you can see there, and in mid distance, I go 2 bars of backspin with the backbone. Now you could definitely play this with a Grizzly or Goliath, or whatever you like, your Grim Reaper, I think it's called. Hey, no worries, as long as it's a club that you can hit true, hit it straight, it's going to give you a chance here. This one is a bit unpredictable, so don't stress out about it, but I do think it is a very good opportunity in those kind of wind conditions, and every once in a while you get one to go. Come on. Hole number 9, I really want us to finish strong, so stick around. I'm going to show you 2 ways to drop this hole. This one's from the middle. This is basically if you have tailwind or crosswind, you're going to try to play it over here. Extra mile in the Titan, you can see I need a little bit of overpower, not that much. I end up going with 2 bars of backspin and 1 bar of right spin here. So taking a look, and when you push up into overpower like that, if the bottom of the red ring is at the bottom of the overpower line, that's about 2 rings. So when I give the overpower, you'll see we're not going to go all the way. We're just going to have the tip of that needle trying to be at the top of that red for 2 rings. Perfect ball. And this one should play very, very nicely. Down the middle, bounce and roll. You just got to trust that it's going the right direction there. And right into this shadow. You can see that pin. This one is absolutely makeable. The thing I love about playing it from the middle here is you get to play it with a wedge. And, we're basically at max distance here. I think, we can all pretty much get one of these to go by now. And, of course, there's no guarantees. I have the Firefly, as you can see in the play example. However, I always recommend the Endbringer. You can definitely play with the Rapier with my friend Mr. Radu. He has his own video about it. Go check it out. I actually think I have the link in the video description. So clean little adjustment. That's really at the end of the day what needs to be done each and every time. You want to make sure to hit perfect. And then we're going to show you this one in case you've got headwind, so we can still have a chance to finish strong in the tournament. All right, so as you can see, the wind is not in our favor, and it's going to make this much more difficult. And yes, you could try to rough bump it, max overpower, get it down the middle, but look, it's not consistent, okay? I played this one with 2 bars of left spin and about half a bar of back spin, and you just kind of have to find your safe spot here. Top of that red ring, just about touching rough. 10% max here on the pole. It's going to make it so much easier, right? Then you can just have a clean adjustment and have a really mostly predictable outcome. And if you have a consistent drive, then you have a consistent second shot. And especially when you have a headwind from the front tee, if you can dial in that second shot, it's going to give you a great opportunity against the opposition. So keep that in mind. It's sometimes good to go for it, but sometimes it is good to be consistent. This second shot, it looks massively uphill, but you'll see here it does play well at 10% mid-distance. I like to have that bounce right on the green. There you go. So you'll push it up, get it on the green, because the green is a bit flatter, and gives a little bit more consistent of a rollout. It's not perfectly flat, so make sure you're in a flat position. Wiggle it around and keep it in the middle there. 2.5 bars of backspin ends up being the play, with that yellow ring just kissing the fringe. Guys, I could just kiss you if you've made it to the end of this video. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a great City Outskirts tournament. I think it's going to be fun. I think these par fours are going to be, you know, fun to dial in. It's going to be excellent, excellent. So get in the hole. Good luck, everybody. Thank you very much for watching.